find an ideal company culture? In this video, I want to share 3 ways you can learn more about a company's culture. I made a previous video stressing the importance of internal reflection, specifically identifying your top 3 priorities for your next role, as well as identifying your 5 values that are most important to you. In this video, I want to talk about embarking on an information gathering process once you have your priorities and values in place. So first, review the job descriptions. And you may be thinking, Colleen, this seems so basic. Really? The job descriptions can tell you a lot about a company culture. And I want to share 2 examples. One example of a company that seems to be pretty intense, and the other example is from a company that seems to be a bit more balanced. So first company described this way: we are seeking someone with an unrelenting work ethic who can keep pace with the CEO. The chief of staff candidate must be on board with an intense work culture, given that the team regularly works 60 to 80 hours a week. I have to say, I absolutely love this job description because it's honest. They put it out there. If you are someone who wants to lace up your tennies and you want to sprint a marathon, potentially 7 days a week, this job is for you. Now compare this job description with the intense work culture. Here we go. We are dedicated to providing meaningful careers for all of our employees, along with fostering an environment that allows an integrative lifestyle. Our flexible culture allows our professionals to live a balanced lifestyle between their work responsibilities and personal commitments. You know, when I read this job description, I feel like I'm in a fuzzy robe, drinking bubbly water, and I'm about to get a massage. Like, I'm zenned out, you know, very different description of a culture where it may not necessarily be sprinting a marathon. And for someone who is looking for more integration between their personal and professional life, this could be an ideal culture. Be clear, be honest about where you will thrive and do your best work. What I would say about job descriptions is you need to do more research. So this leads me to tip number 2. I recommend scheduling informational chats with either existing employees of a company or former employees. You can review your LinkedIn connections, figure out who you know, reach out to at least 3 different people, and ask questions about the culture based on what's important to you. So if you are looking for more flexibility, ask questions around that topic. If you are looking for more balance, you know, figure out the specific questions that you can ask people. And be careful not to take one person's point of view as the truth. You want to speak with a variety of people, ideally if you can, and see if there's themes about how these former employees, existing employees are describing the culture. I think the more you know someone, the more you have a trust-based relationship, the more honest they will be. However, I've been surprised how honest complete strangers have been. They've said, avoid that company. Okay, that's interesting. So you never know what someone may share with you, but it's really important to start collecting these data points and learning more about the culture from people who have actually worked at the company. The third tip I recommend is interview a company as much as they interview you. And I've shared this tip before. You're thinking, here Colleen goes, but during the hiring process, ask pointed questions based on what's important to you. And I'm going to give you an example. A couple of weeks ago, I met with a coaching client, and she was in process for a VP, vice president role at a financial institute. And she said, Colleen, I need to talk to you about this interview experience. There were some yellow red flags. Should I be concerned? The short answer is yes, and I'll tell you why. So what my coaching client said is, during the interview with the hiring manager, the first question she was asked by the hiring manager was this: are you willing to work more than 40 hours a week? Instead of taking time to get to know my coaching client, ask her about her skills, experience, she just comes right at her with this question. It's a fair question. My coaching client was like, well, yes, I am. Then my coaching client ended up meeting with a peer, so a fellow VP at the financial institute. And he said to her, the hours are long. There have been weeks where we put in 60 to 80 hours, but things are better now. My coaching client was thinking, I don't know if this is the right culture fit. She has 2 small children, and she said, I have been able to be successful in my career, working really smart, putting in 40, sometimes 50 hours a week. She said, I'm willing to work 60, 80 hours a week, but not every single week. That can take a toll. I'm worried. And so what she decided was she withdrew from the interview process because she realized, based on her priorities, which were balance, flexibility, this was not an ideal culture for her. And so pay attention. What are the interviewers saying to you? Have specific questions based on your priorities and values so you can walk away from interviews having a very clear picture, ideally, of what it's like at the culture, thinking, can I truly do my best work? Will I be able to be myself? Will I be able to thrive? Do my values align with this company? I want to share also that you can do research online, Reddit based on a company, Glassdoor, but what I would say is be discerning, because employees who share online, they may or may not be disgruntled. You never know, they could be happy, but I think it's just really important to, as I said earlier, analyze a number of different data points so you can try to create an accurate picture of a company. If you are in process, tell me what you're learning about a company. Tell me about the external research that you are doing. How is it going as you embark on this information gathering process to find an ideal company fit? Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a like and subscribe. I would love to have you part of my community. Until next time, thank you.